Good afternoon to our cherished listeners. We are very excited to be back online on your favorite program, the Education USA Ghana Facebook Live. This is the first for 2025. So I think it will be in place to say Happy New Year. We are very happy to be with you this afternoon. We are featuring two schools in the United States, and they are Northeastern University in Boston and the Catholic University of America in DC. You might ask why these schools, they are very interested in receiving Ghanaian students on their campuses. And you'll be happy to know that in the next few weeks, they both will be coming to Ghana. The Catholic University will be here next week, and we will be hosting them in different programs. And then Northeastern will be here in April. So stay tuned. As we go through this program, you are going to learn a lot about programs at their universities with focus on graduate programs. But when they come into town, you would also be able to meet them and talk more specifically about the particular programs you are interested in. I'm happy to introduce Mr. Salman from Northeastern University and Mr. Erinoso from the Catholic University. We have also Mr. Emmanuel Menu here, who is also supporting the Catholic University. I am Bernice Afote. I'm an Education USA advisor, and we are currently located at Osu. As you may have heard, the center at the embassy moved to a more convenient and accessible location in Osu. So that is where our office is. We are near Papaye on Oxford Street, and we are just 2 blocks away from them, 2 buildings away from them, sorry. And we share the same building with the ADB Bank on Oxford Street. So we are very easy to locate. I will talk more about location, but once we start the presentations, if you have any comments or questions, do well to share them in the comment section. And once the two presenters are done, we will look at them and answer as much as time will allow. Thank you for joining us this afternoon, and we hope you will enjoy very much and learn from this session. I will hand over to Mr. Salman from Northeastern to introduce himself. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bernice, and thank you all of you for joining in. I'd like to thank Education USA in Accra for setting this up, and it's really amazing to be presenting here today. Bernice, in our introduction, said that Northeastern is interested to have Ghanaian students. I would rather say we are hosting Ghanaian students across all our campuses, and they're technically the number one in terms of the number of students we have from Africa. So I would love to let you guys know more about Northeastern today. So I'm going to quickly share my screen. I'm going to begin my presentation for today. All right. So I'm sure everybody should be able to see the screen right now. So Northeastern is a global research university. It's, as Bernice said, it's based in Boston. That's where our main campus has been for more than 100 years now. Northeastern also follows the unique integrated learning model, which we are going to learn about, which is called as co-op. I'm Salman Faraz. I'm the Director of Recruitment and Marketing, and I'm from the Global Enrollment Management team at Northeastern. It is my 7th year at Northeastern, and I've done several trips to Ghana in the past 4 years, and I've always enjoyed being there. So, talking about our campuses, Boston is our main campus. We started in 1898, so it's a very old university, but we have expanded to many other campuses across 3 country options. So, we're also in Arlington, Miami, Oakland, Portland, San Jose, Seattle in America. We have a couple of campuses in Canada as well as representation in London in UK. So with 10 international campuses across 3 countries, we have more than 300,000 alumni worldwide. We also have 3,000 plus employers currently with whom we work, and This is a part of our co-op system, which has been really, the biggest USP why students love to come to Northeastern. We're going to explore more on co-op in the upcoming slides. Ranking wise, Northeastern ranks number 54 on US News and World Report ranking right now. We are number one for co-ops for the seventh year, again by the US News and World Report ranking. Number eight on the most innovative school. And we also have close to 50,000 students on campus, which includes undergraduate and graduate students. This is how our campus looks like in Boston. It is in the heart of Boston, and Boston's known to be a very young city with more than 250,000 university students studying in Boston. Our campus is about 73 acres, and as I earlier said, it was founded in 1898. We also have four subway stops on campus, which are quite useful for students who like to commute from slightly on the outskirts of the city. So they use subway system to come into the campus every day. Co-op, so more than 10,000 students do a co-op, and we have currently about close to 4,000 co-op partners worldwide. And co-op is technically a platform which the university provides to students so that they can actually engage in full-time work experience before they graduate. And 54% of these students who are doing a co-op with Northeastern's assistance receive a job offer from their co-op employer, which means conversion from a co-op slash internship into a job has been the key for many students' success. We'll be exploring more in detail on co-op in the upcoming slides. Talking about the colleges Northeastern has under it, we have nine colleges: College of Engineering, Horry College of Computer Sciences, Timur Mekim School of Business. We have the Bouvet College of Health Sciences, a School of Law, a College of Professional Studies, College of Science, College of Social Sciences and Humanities, and finally the College of Arts, Media and Design. So under these nine colleges, we have more than 207 degree programs, which are technically graduate certificates and graduate programs. We have more than 21,000 graduate students on campus. Talking about some statistics, diversity on campus, we have currently 23,000 international students on campus, and it is the second highest at any American university. We are really proud about the fact that when I joined Northeastern back in 2018, we had 16,000 international students, and I was wondering what more can I bring to the university. And then with overseeing more than half the globe right now, I'm really proud that my team of 35 people have been really working hard in recruiting students from all over the world, and you've reached a mammoth number of 23,000 and still growing. So this is amazing in terms of diversity we bring on the campus. We have 147 countries represented among Northeastern students. 40% of people of color in Boston are under the age of 25. We also have 7 million visitors who visit Boston. You know, on the East Coast, after, say, New York City and Washington, D.C., Boston is one of those cities which is the most visited and is very popular as well. The unique classroom experience, our 67% of our classes have fewer than 20 students, which means these are really small cohorts. 14:1 is a student to faculty ratio, and average students per class is also 24, and we're close to 1,400 full-time professors on campus. Talking about application requirements to Northeastern before we dive into co-op and other things, it's an online application form. It's completely online. I think every university has moved on, transitioned from a paper application to online. Transcripts from all your undergraduate and graduate schools, if any, you have to upload them. We need a personal statement detailing your interest in the programs and goals. There's an application fee of $100, but then there are application fee waiver campaigns happening all the time. I will talk about it in the upcoming slides. It's quite easy to get an application fee waiver from students who are in Ghana currently. We would require between one and three letters of recommendation based on the program you're applying to. We also would require a professional resume or a CV for almost all of our programs. The GRE, LSAT, and GMAT, currently they go optional, which means that it's not compulsory for you to have one of these scores. Only if you think you want to strengthen your application for some of the programs which could be highly competitive, that is when it would be handy for you to probably submit a GRE or a GMAT. But then again, none of the programs require it compulsorily. International application requirements also include English proficiency, but almost all programs at Northeastern for students applying from Ghana does not require you to have an English test. So it is waived. So you could apply to any of our programs at Northeastern from Ghana without having an English proficiency test. Diving into co-op again, experience-powered learning at Northeastern. There are two ways in which you can actually experience it. One of them is called co-op. We're going to be diving in detail with that, and the other one is called experiential network. So co-op is where you get an option to work with companies which Northeastern's collaborated with. And Extend network is where you indulge in projects, short-term projects on campus which are again funded by the companies as well. This is how the university looked like in 1909 when we started our co-op. In 1909, it was for the engineering program that Northeastern started the cooperative education. We had four inaugural co-op employers then, which are listed here as well. And from there to now, we have grown leaps and bounds. We are globally available in 110 countries. We have co-ops available in 47 states in America, which makes it really accessible. Irrespective of the campus you go to at Northeastern, you will always find co-op employers surrounded. I think as an international student, when you come into America, the most important thing for you would be to gain quality experience along with a quality degree. And I think Northeastern gives you that edge of being able to gain these full-time experiences and then eventually converting them into jobs. And these co-ops are 4, 6, and 8 months based on the degree you're pursuing. These are also integrated in your learning curriculum and is also supported by dedicated co-op faculty and staff across the university, which is again important. The typical co-op timelines for master's and PhD students is between 4 to 8 months, whereas the undergraduate co-op cycles are 6 months technically. Since today we are focusing mostly on master's programs, you could take a look at the 4 month and the 8 month timeline to understand when exactly would you be indulging in co-ops. I get this question a lot from students about does co-op come under CPT or OPT? The answer is it comes under CPT because that's curricular practical training. And that is when you would technically be able to get the curricular practical training, which means even before you graduate, you would have an option to indulge in working. Speaking about co-op eligibility, it varies by college and program. It is available across all 9 colleges at Northeastern. Going by the federal rule, you cannot work off campus before completing 2 full-time semesters for graduate students. So once you come on campus, you do 2 full-time semesters on campus, and only after that you can actually start working off campus under co-op or CPT. Yeah, there would be a GPA requirement the companies normally put. For example, like a company like Tesla, who is also our co-op partner, puts in a requirement of 3.6 GPA from your first 2 semesters as a graduate student, which means you got to make sure you have a 3.6 GPA to be eligible to interview for Tesla. So similarly, there are so many colleges, so many companies which would put different requirements for it. There's also a language score requirement. If Ghanaian students have been waived English proficiency, but if one of the companies require you to have an English proficiency test, you will have to take one of these to also satisfy the requirement. So GPA and English, these are the two main requirements which mostly the companies put in. The co-op search process is in 5 steps. So you declare intent and receive permission to search, you prepare and explore, There are best options available. You apply, you interview, and then you accept some one of the offers. So having such a huge array of co-op employers, you have that flexibility to choose which companies you'd like to apply to. Also, mind you, the co-op has to be conducted in the same field of study which you are enrolled into the program for. For example, if you're enrolled for a chemical engineering degree, then technically your co-op also has to be related to chemical engineering. You cannot shift your disciplines. So be sure of that. Moving on to the benefits of co-op, I think number one, connect and apply classroom theory. I mean, there's so much you learn in the classroom, and this is an opportunity for you to apply it in the real world experience. You can also advance your skill set. I mean, I think upskilling is extremely important for you, and you can also explore your interests, in what field you're actually working in. Learn firsthand for sure, and develop valuable job search and interviewing skills. America could be obviously one of the new countries you ever visited. So I think it really gets you into the culture of how exactly do you get in with job search and also probably how you interview for these positions. You also grow professionally and personally. You also build your CV with these experiences. I mean, you come off as somebody with more experience than a usual student, when you actually indulge in co-op. Finally, you also make connections and create a professional network. I think networking is the most important thing when you're in a new country. To be successful, I think co-ops really also help you build your professional network. Where are always so 47 states, globally in 110 countries. I recently met a student who's doing a co-op in Kenya, who is from the US. I was really curious to know why he was in Kenya, and he was an American citizen, and he tells me that his family actually migrated to America uh, some 40, 45 years ago, and he always wanted to come back to his roots and understand and be here. So I think Northeastern's platform of having Kenya as one of the co-op partners, he was able to come in here, and he is currently in very close to Nairobi, doing his research co-op and also at the same time exploring a country from where his actually family came. It's a beautiful thing. But again, for international students, co-ops are usually done in the same country where you're studying. So if you come into America to do your master's program, you ideally would do a co-op in America because you would love to convert that into a full-time opportunity. This is how big the co-op team is. I mean, Northeastern's huge in terms of numbers, and having so many international students, especially, there is absolutely a need to have such a big team who oversees co-op. I'm really happy we could fit all of them in one frame in one of those retreats. Also, to remind you that since Northeastern has many campuses, it doesn't mean the co-op opportunities are only in Boston. Every campus has co-op coordinators, and you technically apply to co-ops using a website. So irrespective of wherever you live in America, you will have an equal opportunity to apply to the best possible co-op. These are some of the pictures from where we see our students do their co-op. And finally, scholarships. So these are some of the scholarships I'd like to talk about. Number one, begin with application fee waivers. So for fall 2025, currently, the College of Engineering, the Khoury College of Computer Sciences, College of Professional Studies, and School of Law, there is no application fees to be paid. But for any other colleges you would like to apply to, please email us at Africa@Northeastern, and we'll be more than happy to provide you with an application fee waiver. Okay, and the applicable degrees again are master's and graduate certificates. We have a 10% academic excellence scholarship for students applying to the College of Engineering and the Khoury College of Computer Sciences in the business school. If you have a GPA of 3.6 and above from your undergraduate degree. So again, you have to be from Africa. You could get a 10% scholarship for with 3.6. And again, these are stackable scholarships, which means 10% is not your final scholarship. If you get added scholarships from the college, it can be stackable all the way up to 50%. The next scholarship is for the College of Engineering students applying for fall 25. You could get a 25% regional campus scholarship if you went to one of these campuses listed here, which is Arlington, Miami, Oakland, Silicon Valley, Seattle, Vancouver, and Toronto campus. Then you have the College of Professional Studies, which offers a 15% tuition scholarship if you went to one of these campuses as well, which are listed below. Again, can be stackable, which means you can add other scholarships to it, but it should not exceed more than 50%. We have a College of Science scholarship in Oakland campus, which means you get a 25% tuition fee for doing any program from the College of Science for fall 25 at the Oakland campus. We have a 15% tuition discount for the computer sciences school if you're doing your master's in one of the campuses, which is Arlington, Miami, Oakland, Silicon Valley, Seattle, and Toronto. And then I have a big scholarship, which is the Africa Student Access Scholarship. It's a 50% tuition discount, a flat 50% tuition discount. If you get this, these are limited scholarships per college. So 10 scholarships are rolled out every year under one college, which means there are 90 scholarships being offered across the university. And this can literally half your tuition fee. And this is for all the master's programs in the US campuses. Again, if you ask me how do you apply for scholarships, there is no way to apply to a scholarship. Every accepted student is considered for a scholarship. And finally, one more big scholarship coming up. It's for the Portland campus. It's called the Alfred Scholarship. We have a donor in Portland who offers a 25,000 guaranteed scholarship to every student who's admitted to Portland, Maine. And it is applicable to all the master's programs on our Portland campus. So 25,000 is a huge guaranteed scholarship. An average tuition fee is about $45,000. So if you get a 25,000 off, your effective tuition fee could be just $20,000. So please consider this if you're looking at a deep discount on your education at Northeastern. So with this, I come to final slide, which is about numbers. Northeastern's been doing really great in terms of the interest from students. So last year we had about 3,600 applications, and this year so far we have crossed 6,600 applications from Ghana. We're also seeing confirmations build up. Last year we had close to 1,000 confirmations, but this year we are almost close to 1,700 confirmations from Ghana. So there is a chance you would see a lot of students from Ghana on campus, and there is already a very great building community of students coming in from Ghana. And then finally, Bernice spoke about we coming to Ghana in April. So we're coming in on the 26th of April in Accra and 28th in Kumasi. There'll be two slots, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're going to be meeting admitted students. They're going to get an email from us, and it's by invitation only. But we have a 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. slot where we would love to meet all of you who have not admitted or are interested to apply to Northeastern. The venue and addresses are there. It's going to be at the University of Ghana campus on 26th and at the KNUST campus on the 28th. You can take a picture of this. I'll just leave a couple of seconds. And with that, I'll come to the end of the presentation. We have a regional representative, Mr. Olakunle Shanu, based in Lagos, Nigeria. He can be reached out at africa@northeastern.edu. And we also do a weekly Q&A session for which you can scan the QR code and you can sign up for a weekly Q&A session, which happens on a Wednesday between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m., I believe, West Africa time. Again, thank you very much for your patience listening to this one. I'm going to hand this over to my colleague who is going to speak about his institution. Thank you very much. Over to you,
Thank you
Femi.
very much, Mr. Salman,
Yeah.
for this wonderful presentation. For our listeners who have just joined, this is the Education USA Ghana Facebook Live session, hosted by the U.S. Embassy and Education USA Accra. So we just listened to the presentation by Northeastern University. I'll turn over to the Catholic University of America. And as the presentation continues, do well to type your questions in the chat. We will answer all of them when Catholic University is done. Thank you. Over to you, Femi.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I must confess, I'm very happy and excited to be here. It's an honor. My name is Femi. I'm representing the Catholic University of America, and I'm here with my colleague also, Emmanuel Owusu. We're here to obviously share more about our school, and the agenda for today would be that by the end of this presentation, you would know who we are, where we're located, and even hopefully get you to start the application, right away. But again, I'm very excited to be here. I hope you are as excited as I am. So we are a vibrant community, as you can see in the image, all the smile and all the love. We are a vibrant community. And when it comes to credibility, we've been around for quite some time. We've been around since 1887. We are the second oldest research university in America. We are nurtured, or we are geared towards, nurturing personal growth and also academic excellence. So it's not just about academia alone. We are all round. We are also a research one university. This means that we are one of the highest performing school in the areas of research and development. So when it comes to credibility, there you have it. In addition to that, we are also home to diverse countries. Like I said, we are a vibrant community. So you're sure that when you're on campus, you would definitely meet your kind, you would definitely network. And talking about where we are located, we are at the heart. We are in Washington, D.C. I call it the land of opportunities. The federal capital is there. And it's, like I said, it's a place where you can network easily. Like, your network is your network. So it's a place where you're definitely open to search opportunities. If you want to stay for internships, volunteer opportunities, it's literally at the heart of it all. And you are placed in a place where you can definitely, get your dreams to come to life. Here is a picture of some of our halls, our lecture hall, the School of Engineering, the lab. You can also see the library, just for you to have a view of what it looks like inside. This is a kind of place that you would be situated, and the learning environment is super conducive, as you can see. Now, why choose the Catholic University of America? I would say these are our unique features. First of all, we offer STEM programs, and which is our science, technology, engineering, and mathematics certified programs. And a beautiful thing about the STEM programs is you still get to stay in a country for another 24 months, especially like I mentioned, we're in the land of opportunities. So if you're still going on with your internship or volunteer opportunities that you might have found in your stay while you're studying, you still get the opportunity to go ahead with this. And the beautiful thing also about this is the fact that we do not require an application fee for the STEM programs. And if you ask me, this is us, setting the pace for you already. You would not have any hindrance, you can already start the process. In addition to that, our application process literally takes between 10 to 15 minutes. We pride ourselves in that because you can literally get it done right now. And you only need 2 documents, and it will be your transcript and your English proficiency test. And for Ghana, you obviously don't need the EPT, as it is waived. So in actual sense, you would actually just need your transcript to get the process started. Now, we also offer up to 100% scholarship. I'll share more light with regards to that as we proceed. But yes, this is also another unique feature and an initiative that we take in setting you apart and making sure that you actually can move forward with your academic dreams. I was mentioning about the required documents. Again, more emphasis. you would need your transcript. It could be official, it could be unofficial. Right there while you are applying, you can upload this and then it sets you up. Now, there is a review that goes on, an evaluation. So you might, some of the students might get an email or a communication rather that you need some additional documents. So this is us giving you a heads up. You would need to provide a statement of purpose, a letter of recommendation, and also a resume, should in case you get that communication. Now, the scholarship. I guess this is the middle of it all, and it's always something that most students want to know about. Like I said, we cover up to 100% tuition, and it's based on the tuition, and it's divided into two. Now, the first part is a 70% application based, and then the other part is a 30%, which is the early action reward. Now, more about the application based, it is merit based. You wouldn't require an interview, or you wouldn't require any form of criteria. The only criteria is the fact that you are starting the application and you are submitting. Quite often we would have some students start the application, but don't click that submit. But the process is you starting and then you are submitting. And bear in mind, providing the requirements, like I mentioned earlier, your transcript. So the mere fact that you are submitting this is setting you up to get up to 70% scholarship. And then the other part, which is the 30% to sum up to the 100, is the early action reward. So there is a timeline, and if you are able to submit, like I mentioned, provide financial documents, and also go ahead to pay the service fee in time, this also sets you up to get the additional up to 30% scholarship. And this would apply in the second year. So take, for instance, you have a program that is a 2-year program, then the rest of the 30% would apply in the second year. And if you have a 1-year program, it will apply in the second semester. Yeah, so just to clear that again, that is it about our scholarship. Now, in terms of our programs, we have over 100 programs in the master's and doctorate programs, and 12 schools. As you can see on the screen, there's a barcode. If you can take time to scan that, it takes you directly to the website, and it takes you directly to the page where you have the list of these programs. Now, from the School of Engineering to the School of Arts and Science to the Metropolitan School of Professional Studies, we have programs ranging from computer science, digital analytics, electrical engineering, civil engineering, psychology, applied space and weather. Even recently, we added the AI as well, the program on that. So, like I said, you can take a moment to scan this and just explore whatever that is in your line of expertise or your industry. You will definitely be informed about that. Above all, I would just like to just share more light in aspect of the benefits of having this international experience, and in this case, coming over to the Catholic University of Jamaica. Like I mentioned at the beginning, you are open to so many opportunities. It's a land leading opportunities, and you are in the Washington, D.C. So in addition to that, you are in an institution that has so much credibility in research. So you definitely know that you would be able to achieve. And emphasizing again, your network is your network. So you are looking at a global network in that space of diversity. And like I said, we are home to over 84 plus countries. So you would never, for one thing, feel alone. And emphasis again on the diverse range of programs that we do have. Take a moment to scan and scan through, and you would find something for you. In all, it's a holistic learning experience for you. It will be there. And finally, I would like to take this moment to invite you to our walking info session that is happening. It was mentioned earlier, but on the 20th of March, this month, from 3 to 5, we would be at Top Martins Complex there in Asokwa, and that's in Kumasi. And you're welcome. You're welcome to join us. You're welcome to step in. Our international admissions advisors will be here and will attend to you. Also in Accra on the 21st, which is the following day from 3 to 5 as well. We will be at the Osu High Street, just above the ADB Bank. They will be there, and you're also welcome. So wherever you are, be it Kumasi, be it Accra, please step in. You are cordially invited. Thank you again for the opportunity. Here is a contact. In case as well you want to schedule a one-on-one appointment, you have the code there. You can scan and schedule that. If you want to reach out to our international admissions advisors also, we have also my colleague is there, and we are here to support you. Thank you so much for listening.
All right. Thank you very much, Femi. I think we've now heard it, as they say, from the horse's own mouth. And we see a few questions on Facebook. We also have some from our students. So I'm going to read and then you answer. Some are school specific, others are general. So one question is to Northeastern. Which of your colleges, you mentioned that you had 10 colleges, which of them is the most popular? In terms of programming, which of them is very popular?
Thank you, Bernice, for the question. So the most popular college currently is the College of Professional Studies, which has programs such as the Project Management Program, Analytics, Informatics. And these programs are coursework oriented, STEM designated, and are also open to students coming in from any backgrounds. It really helps you kind of build a career in these three and many more options which are available. But from the region, it's going to be the College of Professional Studies. Yeah.
Thank you. There's a question for Catholic University. Must you be a Catholic to attend Catholic University? Or if you are a Catholic, if the answer is no and you are a Catholic, do you have any special privileges?
No, there is no special privilege. We are open. We are open to receive everyone. It's not just for Catholic students or Catholic in general. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. So there's a question. Are students paid when they do their co-ops?
Yes, our co-ops are paid. That's what it differentiates with the internship. It can go all the way up to $45 an hour in terms of payment for a co-op. And also the other thing which is important to notice is in place of where an internship is more of shadowing somebody, co-op is an actual position which you actually take over and you have certain tasks and responsibilities which you have to do. So you get paid for that.
A follow-up question for Northeastern. Which of your campuses offer the most funding?
Currently it's the Portland campus. I flashed information about the mammoth $25,000 scholarship because of our donor, Alphen family in Portland. So it's a guaranteed $25,000 discount on your total tuition fee.
A question for Catholic University. Up to 100% scholarship is impressive. How does one get it?
Yes, like I mentioned earlier, it's divided into two. So it's application based, and then it's also early action rewards. You don't have to do an interview or submit a form or any of that. The mere fact that you are, starting the application and submitting, again, some people start and don't click on that submit, you get. So the mere fact that you start starting and submitting, you're already setting yourself up for the scholarship. So there is a review process that goes on. There is an evaluation that would happen, and then we would allocate appropriately. And it's also based on your transcript is based on the documents that you provide. Do you understand? So you don't have to do anything. It's merit based. That's the word. It's merit based.
Great, thank you. So there's a question for both Catholic University and Northeastern. How safe are your campuses for international students?
Yes, like I mentioned also earlier, we are home to over 84 countries. We've been around for a long time, and our campuses are extremely safe. They're very safe.
Yeah, I would say the same thing about Northeastern. So all of our campuses, which are about even apart from Boston, are absolutely safe. Boston being the biggest campus with a 73-acre area. We also have University Police, which is actually patrolling across in the campus, along with a facility called the Red Eye, wherein students actually can use an application to call for transport from any part of the campus to go home if it's in the radius of 3 miles. So these facilities are an extra which are available, and all of this will be well explained during orientations when students are joining the campus.
All right, thank you. There's a question here from a student who says he's gained admission to Northeastern and he did not have funding. He's trying some funding sources. He mentioned the Fulbright, but the Fulbright program it works differently in Ghana. So he's asking for suggested funding opportunities for students coming to Northeastern.
Yeah, I think I read that question on Facebook. It's a pretty long question. It's about a PhD
Yeah.
program. So my answer to that question would be that we are more than happy to assist you with your queries. We'd love to talk to you in person. So if you could actually send us an email at africa@northeastern.edu, the email address, we would love to talk. We have our teammates based in Nigeria, Kenya, overseeing Africa. They'll connect with you and kind of guide you on which are those programs which can actually offer you, the maximum funding opportunity. And many a times we also help you connect with the faculties for a particular department as well.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Salman. So, Mr. Abdul, you can connect with Salman offline, okay? Thank you all for joining. We are still watching the Education USA Ghana Facebook Live session, presented by, or we are hosted by Northeastern University and the Catholic University of America. There's a question here. Is English proficiency waived for masters in STEM programs? I guess it goes to both of you.
It is waived for all the programs for students applying from Ghana. That's the advantage. It was not waived until a couple of years, but then we went back and assessed, and then we have concluded that students applying from Ghana would not require any English test when they're applying to Northeastern. Be it STEM, non-STEM, doesn't matter.
Yes, that's correct. It is the same for the Catholic University of America also. It is waived for students from Ghana, and as part of our requirements, it will just be a transcript that you will need on application.
So I'm going back to WhatsApp to check. There's a question, interesting question here. It says, mental health is a big deal now. What are your schools doing to support international students?
Okay, I can jump in fast. So, having so many international students on campus, which is obviously 23,000 plus, we have a separate department which helps students. So it's called the Global Student Success. So they could be students coming in from any part of the world, some of them not even confident speaking English. Their first language could be something else. You can imagine that when they're joining classes, they could be under pressure. The teaching style is so different that the professors usually spend an hour teaching the student and then expect a homework which is probably done after spending 4 hours in the library. So for these kind of things, the Global Student Success Team tutors students who need special support. And especially this is for international students who come in and take some time to actually adjust with the culture. So when we speak about mental health, we are I mean, kind of exploring many aspects of how a student would need support. It could be physical, it could be mental, it could be many things. So all of that support is offered by this particular team called the Global Student Success.
Awesome. For us in the Catholic University of America, we do have a counselor on campus that assists with situations like that, where you can, step in and have a conversation with the counselor, depending on what the situation might be. And yeah, hopefully you would get all the supports that you need on that.
So, a follow-up question for Catholic University. What support systems do you have in place for students regarding internships and optional practical training?
All right. So with regards to that, I can confidently tell you that you would need to be on campus first to be able to even access that. Now, depending on the program that you are studying, you need to reach out to the faculty there and then they assess the opportunity. But while in the initial stage like this, where you are applying, you might not be able to get a hand on that until you get to campus. But yes, those opportunities are available.
Great, thank you. There's a question to both schools about GRE. If GRE is not required and a student takes it, or it's recommended and a student takes it, what added benefits or advantage would they add to the student's application?
Well, I can go first. With GRE, see if the GPA is not very strong and you're applying to a program like computer science or electrical engineering, it's necessary that you have something else to compensate for the losses in the GPA. So to technically impress your faculties or the admissions team, it becomes necessary. So if your GPA is low, I would recommend taking up a GRE and submitting it, but provided the GRE score is good. When you talk about a program like computer science, I would say at Northeastern, a good GRE would be 320 on a scale of 340, obviously, with a quant score of at least to 160 plus. So that is when the faculty is going to be impressed. I've seen students having a decent GPA, but then submitting a GRE of 290 will make them look bad. So let's be smart about the way how we report our GREs and take up GREs. But then again, it's not necessary. If you have a good profile overall, you can actually decide to skip that.
Yes, similarly to that as well, this boosts your chances for admission. And if you remember when I was talking about the scholarship as well, that it's merit-based and it's goes through a review process. So having your GRE also would boost your chances for the scholarship, boost your chances for admission as well. It's just something to take you up the notch. Yeah, so you can also provide that, and there is space for that on the application portal.
Thank you. I see two questions coming now. Somebody is asking, I feel like this is an EdUSA question, but since you are here, I'll pass it on to you. Asking if they can apply to your programs with a diploma.
Okay, that is something in the works. In West Africa, I see a lot of students with the HND who would like to transition into a master's program, which was not possible until now. But then we're currently working on a plan wherein selected HNDs with experience, work experience specifically, will be allowed to apply to our master's programs. But then I promise to bring that information to you when I come to Ghana in April. But that is something which I'm personally working on. So I'll keep you posted on that. Thank you.
Interesting. But I'll also jump in and add quickly that most of the polytechnics that were granting the HNDs are now 4-year degree granting institutions. They are now technical universities. So just to put that out. There's another question here about enrollment fees. Can it be waived?
No, the enrollment fee, initially when you pay that, it adds up by the time you get onto the campus. You don't have to, it will be taken out from your tuition. I hope you understand what I mean. So you can wait until we get the questions like, can I pay it before my interview or should it be after? But it could be after and it could be before, but it wouldn't be waived. Yeah.
Yeah, I think same
Okay.
thing for Northeastern. Enrollment fee is extremely important. As you know, there are certain spots, we create cohorts. It's really important for us to have the enrollment fee, which means that the student is focused on getting into the program and wants to block a place for himself or herself. So paying that enrollment fee is a way of confirming, you apply to so many universities and get admits. So when you like to come to Northeastern or say Catholic University of America, you would like to put in a deposit and say, hey, you know what, really want to come to Catholic University or Northeastern. So that's a way of saying, and the enrollment deposits have been really reasonable. At Northeastern, they are in the range of $200 to $500 USD. So I think they are not very high in terms of paying. And again, as Femi rightly said, it's going to be taken out of your tuition fee anyway later.
Thank you both. There's another question from a student. So Ghana, not all our universities have the GPA system. Some universities have a cumulative weighted average system, cumulative average weighted system. KNUST and a few other universities have that. So a student is asking, if we keep talking about GPA because America has GPA and most of our universities in Ghana have GPA, what happens to a student who is applying from a university like KNUST where they use the CWA?
All right. That's again, let me just emphasize on that we do go through a review process. So with us, we do have credential evaluation system where this transcripts and your results go through, and then we do that. You don't need to worry about that or hire anyone to do the evaluation for your any of those. All you need to do is just to submit. So regardless, you need to submit it, and then we will do the evaluation process.
All right, for Northeastern, we received more than 50,000 applications just for September. You can imagine these are all international, by the way. So we have a separate division, which is called the Foreign Credential Evaluation, which converts every student's transcripts to a scale of American GPA of 4. So we do that evaluation internally. We do not charge the student, or we do not want the student to go out and do external credential evaluations as well. They're only selected programs under one college called the Bowie College of Health Sciences, which requires just a handful of programs to do a third-party evaluation because of the complexity of the program, which is basically in medical sciences. But for everything else, I've said 95+% of programs require you to upload your transcripts the way they are, and we will do the necessary conversion and give you a decision out of it.
Thank you. That's good to know. So for both schools, they do internal evaluations, except at Northeastern, where there's one program that would need external evaluation. Thank you. I'm looking at our time, and we've done pretty well with fielding a lot of questions. So thank you for your very concise answers. For those who just joined, this is the Education USA Ghana Facebook Live session with the US Embassy. We are Education USA. the official advising network of the US government or the US Department of State. We have 2 centers in Ghana. One is located in Accra, near Papaye in Osu. And the other center is located in Kumasi, near the Kumasi Mall in Asokwa. Our main duties will be to provide information on US higher education and also guide you through the application process to US institutions of higher learning. We want you to know that advising services are free. So if you have questions related to studying in the US, you can come to the center in Accra or in Kumasi. We also do a lot of virtual advising. So you can connect with us via phone or via email. Sometimes we're doing Zoom or Google Meet sessions, depending on where you are and what your needs are. We are the official source. So anything to do with studying in the US, you should do well to contact an Education USA Center and work with an Education USA advisor. We wish you thank you all for joining us. This is just the beginning. We do these sessions once a month on the US Embassy Facebook page. So keep in touch with us and also reach out to our different centers because we receive admissions officers who will come and meet you in person and answer most of the questions you have. If you read the website and you have a few questions, you need an insider to answer those questions. We are able to work with these admissions reps from the different schools. As we said at the beginning, these 2 schools representing today will be in Ghana next week and next month, respectively. So do well to connect with Education USA for all your questions related to studying in the US. I will turn over to my 2 wonderful presenters to give us their last shares before we wrap it up this afternoon. So I'll start with Salman. What do you have for our students who are listening this afternoon?
Thank you so much, Bernice. Again, thank you for the opportunity, Education USA, for setting this up. But as Bernice said, we'll be there next month, and we've been there very, very often. We do our expos as well in Accra, which have been really successful. So Northeastern has a host of amazing programs. We would love to meet you in person and kind of discuss the opportunities. There are the tons of scholarships which might require your attention to look into every campus, assess what programs work well for you, and then you can make the decision to apply. There is still a lot of time to apply for fall 25, and if not, you could look at the January intake as well. But we're really happy to see more community building on campus, especially from Africa. And this is one of the fastest growing continent on the planet. So really happy to be a part of this and overseeing this region. Again, thank you so much for all of you who have joined us today.
Amazing. From the Catholic University of America, I would like to say a very, very big thank you for this opportunity. It's such an honor to be here presenting. Thank you so much, Education USA, for setting this up. I would like to leave us with just taking immediate action. This goes out to the students. Procrastination can kill dreams. So I would like to say, take the step right now. You will be in Kumasi, we will be in Accra. You can walk in and have a conversation with us. Let's help you take the next steps to achieving your dreams. Again, thank you so much, Education USA, for organizing this. It's such an honor. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I love what you said, the last sentence. Procrastination can kill dreams. It's not the thief of time. It can kill your dreams. So once you have the information, move quickly, work on it, and see where it will take you. I want to thank my colleagues in the background, the Education USA advisors, Ms. Marilyn Owusu, also for working on this session for us. my colleague Abigail and all the advisors, Miss Rafiatu and Miss Margaret. I also want to thank the social media manager at the US Embassy for helping us with this session. Thank you. We will come your way again next month around same time. Until then, the video is on for a month, so you can always go back to the US Embassy website and get all the information you missed for those who joined us later. Thank you very much for spending time with us this afternoon. Bye-bye till next week.